Welcome to the Explainer. Today, we're grabbing our metaphorical director's chairs because we're going to break down the real science of space-time by analyzing some absolutely incredible scenes from the screenplay When Time Waited. This script is packed with fascinating physics, and we're going to look at the historical and scientific reality that inspired the fiction. So let's get ready to yell action on the laws of the universe. Here's our script for today. We'll start with setting the scene, move into the variability of time, then explore the mind's laboratory, and finally wrap up with the relativity of experience. Act 1. Setting the scene. You know, every great story has an inciting incident. For Albert Einstein, that spark hit when he was just 5 years old. He saw a simple magnetic compass for the very first time, and it completely blew his mind. That invisible force pushing the needle, it sparked an absolute lifelong obsession. He realized that, in his words, something deeply hidden had to be behind things. And that right there launched his relentless search for the unseen forces of electromagnetism. If we look at Einstein's life like a montage sequence, we see this incredible escalation. We start at age 5 with that compass. Cut to his time in Bern, working as a humble patent examiner, spending his days analyzing the totally practical synchronization of clocks and signals. And then, boom, 1905. His Annus Mirabilis, or Miracle Year, where he published the papers that would literally change reality forever. And that brings us directly to scene 3 of our screenplay. We watch the character Rohan, surrounded by scribbles, just frantically studying to understand a universe he feels he can't control. And it perfectly mirrors the historical reality. Charlie Chaplin actually described his contemporary Albert Einstein as possessing an extraordinary intellectual energy. The script captures that frantic, restless need to decode the universe so well. Part 2. The variability of time. This is where we transition into scene 4 of our script, which is the moment that totally shatters our everyday Newtonian clock. It's based on that heavy hitter from 1905, the special theory of relativity. Einstein essentially reconciled the conflicts between the laws of electricity and standard Newtonian mechanics. And the result? Time dilation. So when Rohan says time slows down when you move faster in the screenplay, he's directly quoting the science. A clock carried by a moving body literally appears to slow down relative to a stationary observer. Wild, right? But Einstein definitely didn't stop there. His thought evolved. See, in 1905, special relativity told us time dilates based on speed. But fast forward to 1915, and his general theory of relativity predicted gravitational time dilation. That means time is actually warped by gravitational mass. So yes, speed alters time, but so does the sheer weight of planets and stars. Act 3. The Mind's Laboratory. Let's look at Act 3, Scene 6. We've got a really fascinating real-world plot twist here. In the script, Rohan physically builds a device, wires, a timer, a spinning object, which, makes for great cinema. But in reality, Einstein famously didn't need physical props or complex machinery. He arrived at his world-shattering insights purely through theoretical thought experiments. His entire laboratory was right there inside his own head. Let's actually look at the scenes playing out in that brilliant mind. He used his completely mundane day job checking practical clock synchronizations as a springboard to imagine himself physically chasing a light beam through space. Just imagine what that would look like. From that super vivid daydream, he realized the speed of light is completely independent of the motion of the observer. So, the absolutely crucial point is this. Einstein's most revolutionary device was just pure imagination. I really want you to take this away from today's explainer. While physics obviously requires rigorous math and structure, at its very core, it's fundamentally driven by creative, boundless human thought. Section 4. The Relativity of Experience. Let's explore how Einstein grounded these rigid, invisible laws in tangible human experience. He sought coherent and consistent explanations for nature, sure, but he wasn't just some cold, calculating machine. Historical sources actually note he possessed a deeply emotional temperament. In fact, he viewed his life through the lens of art just as much as science. He was always looking for harmony, both in the cosmos and in the human heart. Which leads us to this really wonderful realization. He once said, "I live my daydreams in music." Despite dealing with the absolute brain-breaking math of space-time, Einstein's soul was anchored in melody. He found profound inspiration and emotional grounding in his violin and his music. And this brings us perfectly to the closing scene of the screenplay, When Time Waited. The script leaves us with this incredible line, "Time is relative, but memories are timeless." It just so beautifully captures Einstein's lifelong search for something eternal, hidden right there within the cold mechanics of the universe.
So, as we wrap up our analysis of these incredible scenes, I want to leave you with this to ponder. If time is just a variable of physics, bending to speed and gravity, what makes your memories timeless? How does your own human experience defy the strict boundaries of space-time? Keep asking questions, keep visualizing, and I'll catch you in the next explainer.